Hi guys, this is my first official YouTube video makeup tutorial. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully we can get through this without having any technical difficulties. I can't make any promises though. We are doing a look today of pink, purple, and black, which was requested by Caged Reality on Instagram. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you being a follower. You're awesome. So this is the finished look, and so hopefully you like the tutorial. We'll start totally makeup free, minus the brows, because I wanted to have brows for my first video. Thank you very much. But hopefully you can see what you guys like the video, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button below if you do. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So as far as purples go, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Electric Palette. Going to be using the color Urban, one of my favorite purple colors. And you know what, for pink I hadn't really decided, but we might as well go ahead and use Savage in this palette as well. So like I said, we will go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to this video, even though I wasn't sure if I was going to. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we're probably going to also use a little bit of, hopefully I don't blind you guys, Alchemy in the Urban Decay Vice 3 palette. So, again, we'll go ahead and get started. And there's probably going to be a lot of bloopers in this video since it's my first video. So, what we're going to do to start off is go ahead and just kind of get everything all fine, line and smooth. I've already obviously done my eyebrows, which I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow dip brow. So there will be another video on that coming soon. But as far as getting everything kind of the same color and smooth, I'm going to be using the Vice 3 palette, which is one of my go-to palettes. And I'm going to use Undone and Downfall, which are these two colors right here, just to kind of get everything smooth. Let me how much I have. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just really smoothing everything out, kind of making it a uniform color, because nobody's skin tone is exactly perfect all the way through. Nobody's, I'm sorry. So even if you want a really neutral look, you're gonna have also in the Vice 3 palette, I'm going to be using the color Defy. It's like a deep brown, just to kind of make it dark on the outside, but do a transition once I actually put the black in. Right now I'm actually using one of my favorite blending brushes, and it's by ELF, by ELF. Hopefully you can see that blending brush. This is the brush that I use on a daily basis to blend anything, any colors that I have. It is one of my favorite brushes. It was only like $2 at Walmart. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Again, I'm just doing super quick motions just to kind of get everything blended out. And that's just going to be a transition color. I'm not going to do something usually super bright. I know my colors on my Instagram are super bright, but since it's going to be my first video, I'm just going to go with something kind of toned down a little bit. So, using my same brush that we already used, I'm going to go ahead and apply Urban to the outer corner of the lid. And then I'm going to bring it in. You know what? I'm not going to do Savage in the Urban Decay palette. Makeup artistry is just that, art. You can change up your mind anytime you want. You can do whatever you want to do. Go with what you feel. For me, this is art. This is what I do for fun. So I'm going to still take my same brush because I like the purple that's in it. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the color Alchemy from the Vice 3 palette, which I'm going to do on the inner corner of my eyes. Oh. I love packing on color with the brush that came with the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is this brush. It's pretty awesome. And I just kind of put it on its side and pat it into the color. So you can see. We're going to get some more purple in there because it's not purple enough. A lot of people are scared to use purple because they feel like it looks like they got punched in the face. But as long as you're keeping it on the eyelid, you should be good to go. Alright, so you can see the pink and the purple. This is my, it's an eye crease brush. It's also from e.l.f. Hopefully you can see that. Another super inexpensive brush. Because it's e.l.f., you can't go wrong with e.l.f. Come on. Alright, I am actually going to be using two different blacks. One is Revolver from the Vice 3 palette, and then the other is going to be a really shimmery black, which is... Oh, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Oh god. Okay. So, which is going to be the MAC, which I've had this color forever. It's Black Tide. Hopefully you can see that. So, but we're going to do Revolver first. And we're just... Black's also another color that people tend to kind of get funky because they get kind of... I think most of the problem is people get scared to use it. But as long as you're applying it small amount and then packing it on as you go, that way you're not making it overkill, you should be. And then we're going to go ahead and put in the Black Tide, which I'm using the same blending brush again. If you notice, I haven't taken any of the colors off of it. I'm just still using the same brush. So, on to liquid liner. I always do a wingtip every day, so get used to it. On every single video, you'll see some wingtips. What I'm going to do, I do go ahead and I pull my eye a little bit back, pull a little taut, and I start from the inner corner. And a lot of people ask me how I do this all the time. Most people mess it up because they try to do one long swoop, which is just not going to happen. So you have to do short, quick strokes, which is how I do mine. So I'll go ahead and do that. Once I get to the end of the eye, so again, hopefully you can see the difference. It definitely brings the eye a little in. I go ahead and start where my bottom lid ends, and I just bring it, still doing short, quick strokes, up and out. Depending on my mood, I will still pull just a little bit. And I do like exaggerated wings because I'm obsessed with Egypt. If you can't tell, look at the cat behind me. Alright, and then sometimes I start from here and work my way this way. Sometimes I bring it from the tip of the wing this way. Today I'm in a mood to start from this way. So, like I said, there's multiple ways to do everything. It just depends on your mood. In any event, whatever you decide to do, it is art. And we'll do the other side. Some people also ask me how I get my wings to be even. Magic. I don't know. No, I start off with a little bit like how I just did. I didn't bring it all the way out. And just make sure that just starting it off, they're even, which it looks like they are. When I've thought that they weren't even, that they looked like caca, everybody else thought they looked perfect, so for the most part I guess people don't notice, but I noticed. Shout out to the men who are watching, the straight men, because I know a few of you out there that are friends of mine that have been waiting for these videos too, so I love you guys. Thank you. But don't go judging me once you see these videos and see me without makeup, because I know you will. Alright, they are looking pretty even. They're actually not. See, this is what happens when you're a perfectionist. It's actually not even. Alright, that's better. Oh, it's getting dark out, so I need to finish this video. Alright, so as far as next, I will go ahead and do my face. I've already prepped and primed my face. I wash, of course. I use witch hazel every day, and then I do a moisturizer, and I use another product on top, which I'll use that, and I'll do that in another video so you can see what those products are. Or I'll also leave them below the video. So, one of my favorite products that I use almost on a daily basis is going to be my Boing Concealer. Boing, I get this from Sephora, and it is, for my color, it is 04. And this is just going to get rid of any imperfections, blemishes, anything like that. I apply it in two different ways. One, I use my finger, and I just dab it. And for that, that's going to be for the under eye. Because I am an insomniac, and therefore I barely sleep. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm hiding any dark circles. I have noticed that in photos that I have, even with a flash, as long as it's blended out from under the eye and not just under here, and blended out to the cheek and out up to the cheek, up to your cheekbone, then you're good. You won't see like the weird ultra light under eye circles. That makes it obvious that you have concealer under your eyes. Now, I said I also apply it using something else. I also apply it using, I don't know what number brush this is. Honestly, I don't even remember where I got this brush, but it's a little paintbrush. And any imperfections that are on my face, which, yes, we all have imperfections on our face. I have one that's been bothering me but I had this big pimple that was driving me crazy. It's right between my eyes. So I'm gonna get that and then dab it in. And then hopefully you can't see it. And then I had a pimple here and one here. And I picked it because I'm a picker and it's scarred. Alright. Oh, and then as you can see, I had a couple here. So, unfortunately, this camera does have HD, and it is pointing out all of my blemishes. Thank you, HD. But once we apply the rest, we should be good to go. See? Alright, so foundation. I am going to be using my favorite foundation. I do use a pressed powder foundation. I use Cover FX, and that is the wrong one. I use Cover FX, and I use number N90 for my skin tone. And I found out my color by going to Sephora, and they have this machine that they just put to your side of your face, and it figures out the color for your skin tone. Brush wise, I use another e.l.f. brush. It is their complexion brush. I use that to apply my foundation. And I kind of spin the brush while I'm applying it. I hate redness on my face. Oh, you're gonna be very used to the fact that I'm extremely random, and this is my personality, and you're gonna get used to it, because I'm Sagittarius, and that's how we act. I know there's an age-old debate on whether you should apply foundation first or your makeup first. For me, personally, I always do my foundation after I do my eyes. It works for me. I don't need heavy foundation, so that could be why it works better for me than for others. If you have to apply heavy foundation because of blemishes and things, you may want to do your foundation first. But for me, applying it last works better for me. So, I'm gonna be applying blush. I have to wear blush on a daily basis because I feel pale if I don't. I know that sounds stupid, but I do. And the blush that I use is Wet n Wild Berry Shimmer, which is number 834E. Another e.l.f. brush, e.l.f. brush blush, blush brush. And just apply it at the apples of my cheekbones and bring it on out to my hairline. I knew I was going to get that word eventually. And same on the other side. And I always smile in the mirror when I go. Okay, so clearly I need a bigger memory card because I have to keep stopping. So next video we will have a big old memory card full of space. Anyway, last thing we were doing was blush. Blush has been applied. I'm kind of a MacGyver, so don't judge me when it comes to makeup. So, as far as contouring, I only contour just a little bit. I have really defined facial features, so I only contour a little bit. So, what I use to contour is another Urban Decay palette, go figure, right? I use the Naked 3 palette, and I use the color Dark Side for contouring. Yeah, I said it. Judge me. So the brush that I use, again, I have no idea what this brush is. There's nothing on it. It's just a regular old brush. Like I said, MacGyver. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and fill it. So you can kind of see the natural line there, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit more prominent. Should have taken my earrings off. And I bring it up to the hairline, down to about half to my cheek. Now right now it looks really obvious and ridiculous in the video, shadow wise, but you'll see. Contouring easily drops like 10 pounds off your face, I'm just saying. Because before I started contouring, people never mentioned anything, and then I started contouring and people were like, you've lost weight. I have lost weight, but that was after contouring. Look a little bit like Wolverine at the moment, but again, that's just because of the video. So when you actually look at the side, you can't really see it. It's just the shadow that you can see. So, losing stuff. We are almost done. I don't even know why I use this, to be honest. I've just been using it forever, and I'm just going to continue to use it. And Bronze Glow, I really don't have a reason. It's really pretty gold bronze. It's got some flecks in it, but it's pretty shiny. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's pretty. Again, I don't know why I use it. And I apply it here to kind of blend out the contouring that I just did. Again, I don't know why I use it. I really don't, but I do. And I apply a little bit to my nose. Last but not least, I am obsessed with eyeliner. Eyeliner was probably the first piece of makeup that I ever used. Even without makeup, if you could tell before, have a naturally almond-shaped eye. And I like to emphasize that, which is how I got into makeup in the first place. Because I love my eyes. They're my favorite characteristic about myself. So, one thing I don't like, which you probably can't see, which you can only really see close up is once you apply your liquid eyeliner, there's some fleshy tones that you can still see closer to the lid line underneath, and that drives me absolutely crazy. So I use MAC, it's so tiny now, but I use MAC engraved. I don't even know if you can read that, but MAC engraved, and I fill that in so that way you can't see those. So I don't even lift my eyelid, I just go ahead and kind of fill that in under there. Did I just get that on my eye? No, I did not. Okay. Last but not least, my favorite eyeliner ever is by NARS. It is larger than life. The color is Via Veneto. It's pretty sweet. It is a spin, which I might be running out. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy some more. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, it's a spin top, and then in addition to that, the back end comes with a little sharpener for it. I love it. It's super dark, super black, and it lasts through funerals. I've proved it. I have a video pictures to prove it. Yes, this will last through a funeral. It will not come off. Once it's on, it's good to go. I do not pull my eyelid down because that's horrible for the elasticity in your eyelid. I will, however, say that I push it in to kind of pop the bottom. And that closes up the eyes because I love my eyes looking closed. Hopefully you guys like this video. I know it's my first. They will get better as we go along. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any comments, constructive criticism, suggestions, color combinations you'd like me to do, comment below and I'll be sure to get them to them eventually. I will be sure to respond to all comments, so don't you worry. But again, thank you. You can find me on Instagram at NYSPICE_MUA. And thanks again. Bye.